Rome Odunze, I got to see him probably more than everybody else, obviously, because he played in the college football championships. I fell in love with him. So I want kind of like your thoughts where you see him kind of at the next level. He's a big guy, 6'3", over 200 pounds. He's great in contested catches, but I'd love your kind of like your assessment. What makes him special?
He's a deceptive athlete. Like, first
Yes.
off, I mean, you mentioned the size, 6'3", 215. He's a guy that could be low 4.4s, and he doesn't. I mean, he looks at it in the sense that he's able to win vertically rather easily, but he
Yeah.
doesn't really look at when he's moving on the field. You don't exactly pick that up, and you kind of mentioned that with Harrison too. Like, some of these guys that are bigger guys that they're just not. Sometimes when you see an Isaiah Pacheco, and like, well, I always joke with Isaiah Pacheco of like, I can't actually tell if he's fast or if he's just moving fast. But no, it's kind of one of those things of you have the opposite in the spectrum, and guys make it look so easy. He can really work after the catch, and one of the things Washington did well with him was use him where I mentioned that I'm a little bit concerned about Harrison Jr. developing as a shorter player. I think that I have less concerns on Odunze just relative to the way that Washington used him in their offense. A lot of the stuff they used him in was the shorter game, get the ball in his hands, allow him to create or allow him to attack vertically. Little bit concerned in the sense of he played on a very talented team relative to having Jalen McMillan and having Jalen Polk, both going to be NFL wide receivers, having Michael Penix. And so kind of how much of it is him and how much of it is the system. I think most of it's him. And so I think that he does bring that skill set into the NFL level, but there's like that little creeping doubt in the back of your mind relative to maybe some of the other guys were able to produce.
Yeah, I'm really hoping a landing spot. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I hope the Chargers stick at 5 and grab him. Though I do have also thought that they're going to grab an offensive lineman and just kind of, which I always love building through the offensive line, but man, this would be so nice. This would be so nice to see him there. Yeah, I love his game. I love, and I love his work in the intermediate, in the intermediate part of the field. So that is awesome.